It flew over enemy territory. The radar screen showed nothing. No blip, no warning, no alarm. By the time anyone on the ground realized what had happened, the target was already ash. This is not science fiction. This happened. Over Serbia, over Afghanistan, over Iraq, over Libya, over Yemen, and in June 2025, over Iran. One aircraft, two pilots, 40,000 pounds of precision destruction, and the most terrifying stealth technology ever conceived by the human mind. Meet the B-2 Spirit. Welcome to All About USA 360. Tonight, we go deeper than any news channel has ever gone. Hidden facts, classified secrets, the shocking truth the Pentagon almost never discusses publicly. Stay with me, because what you are about to hear will completely change how you see American military power. First, a number that will stop you cold. $2.13 billion. That is the cost of a single B-2 Spirit bomber. Not a fleet, not a squadron. One single aircraft. America built 21 of them. Today, only 19 remain active. There's nothing else like this anywhere on Earth. Now, let me take you back to where this story begins. The year is 1979. The Cold War is at its peak. The Soviet Union has the most sophisticated air defense network in human history. Thousands of radar stations, hundreds of surface-to-air missile batteries, a kill zone that covered the entire Soviet landmass. American military planners faced one terrifying question. How do you strike a target deep inside Soviet territory when every approach is guarded? The answer came from a program so secret that most engineers who built it had no idea what they were actually building. It was called the Advanced Technology Bomber, and the winning design was so radical, so strange, that when engineers first saw the blueprints, some of them laughed. No fuselage, no tail, no vertical surfaces, just a wing. A pure, flying wing, shaped like a dark boomerang, cutting silently through the night sky. Here is the first hidden fact almost no one knows. The B-2 was developed in parallel with the classified F-117 Nighthawk. But while the F-117 used flat, angular panels to deflect radar, the B-2 used smooth curves to eliminate radar reflection entirely. Two different approaches. Both worked. But the B-2 was so advanced, it remained completely classified for a decade after the F-117 was already publicly known. Over 40,000 workers across 46 American states built this aircraft. Most of them never knew the full picture of what they were building. On July 17, 1989, the B-2 flew for the first time. The public did not know it existed for another 3 years. Think about that. A 400,000-pound aircraft flying over American skies, and no one knew. Now, let me explain the science, because this is where it gets extraordinary. Stealth is not one technology. It is 5 separate technologies working in perfect harmony simultaneously. Remove any one of them, and the aircraft becomes visible. Technology number 1, shape. Radar works by sending out radio waves and measuring what bounces back. Sharp edges and right angles are mirrors for radar energy. The B-2 has none of these. Its wingspan stretches 172 feet, but every surface is a smooth curve engineered to scatter radar energy away. The radar cross-section of the B-2 is 0.001 square meters. A bird in flight has a radar cross-section 10 times larger. The B-2 is 10 times less visible to radar than a bird. Here is the hidden fact the textbooks skip. That distinctive double W trailing edge at the back of the wing is not aesthetic. Each angle is calculated to deflect radar at specific frequencies used by different enemy radar systems. The engineers mapped Soviet and Russian radar frequencies and designed each point of that W to defeat them one by one. Technology number 2, radar-absorbent coating. The B-2 is coated in a classified composite material that absorbs radar waves instead of reflecting them, converting radar energy into microscopic heat too small to detect. The exact formula remains classified to this day. Here is the shocking hidden fact. Every single hour of flight time requires 119 hours of ground maintenance. Teams inspect every square inch under ultraviolet light after every mission. Any chip, any crack, any imperfection must be repaired before the aircraft flies again. At $2.1 billion per aircraft, the Air Force treats each B-2 like a living organism that must constantly be healed. Technology number 3. Engine stealth. The 4 General Electric F-118 engines are buried completely inside the wing. Air intakes sit on top, invisible to ground radar. The exhaust uses a platypus nozzle, a flat, wide outlet that mixes hot gases with cool air before exit, eliminating the heat signature that missiles use to lock on. Here is the hidden fact almost nobody knows. That platypus nozzle design came from a junior engineer who had been studying duck biology. He noticed a platypus bill disperses water in exactly the pattern needed to cool exhaust gases. The Pentagon funded the research. The biology of an Australian mammal ended up protecting the most expensive aircraft in human history. Technology number 4. Altitude and range. The B-2 operates at 50,000 feet above the engagement range of most surface-to-air missile systems on Earth. From that altitude, GPS-guided bombs fall with accuracy of less than 13 meters. Unrefueled range, 6,000 nautical miles. With one mid-air refueling, over 10,000 nautical miles. A B-2 can take off from Missouri at midnight, strike a target anywhere on Earth, and return home by morning. No forward bases, no Allied coordination required. The American president can reach any target on Earth within hours using this one aircraft type. Technology number 5. The electronic brain. This is the technology that almost never gets discussed. The B-2 carries classified electronic warfare systems that do not just avoid radar, they actively deceive it. When it detects an enemy radar signal, it generates a false return, making the radar display show the B-2 as being somewhere else entirely. The aircraft is there, but the radar says it is not. In 2023, the Air Force demonstrated a system allowing the B-2 to receive completely new mission targets via encrypted satellite uplink while already flying over the target country. The pilot takes off targeting Facility A and gets redirected to Facility B mid-mission. This was used in the Iran strikes of 2025. Now the weapons. All weapons are carried internally, hidden inside the wing. Nothing hanging outside to create radar reflections. Maximum payload, 40,000 pounds. The B-2 can carry 80 precision GPS-guided bombs simultaneously, or 16 nuclear gravity bombs, each up to 80 times more powerful than Hiroshima. But the weapon that made the Iran strike possible was the GBU-57, Massive Ordnance Penetrator, 30,000 pounds, designed to penetrate 200 feet of reinforced concrete before detonating. Here is the hidden fact that will shock you. This weapon was developed so secretly that Congress was not informed of its existence until 2012, when a newspaper investigation revealed it had already been secretly deployed to Diego Garcia in 2011. The Pentagon built and deployed a 30,000-pound secret weapon without telling Congress. Only the B-2 can carry it internally. No other aircraft on Earth. Now the combat record. March 1999, Kosovo. B-2s flew 32-hour non-stop round trips from Missouri to Serbia. Pilots sleeping in shifts, eating sandwiches, using tubes for bathroom facilities, dropping GPS bombs through thunderstorms and ice with perfect accuracy. Here is the hidden Kosovo fact. During one mission over Belgrade, a B-2 crew was redirected mid-flight to strike what intelligence identified as a Yugoslav military communications facility. The bombs hit. The building was destroyed. 3 people were killed. It was the Chinese embassy. American intelligence maps were outdated. The aircraft performed perfectly. The intelligence failed. This single incident led to a complete overhaul of how target coordinates are verified before every B-2 mission, a lesson learned in tragedy that made every subsequent strike more precise. 2001, Afghanistan. B-2s were striking Taliban targets within days of September 11. Some missions lasted over 44 hours. 2003, Iraq. 2011, Libya. Every time America needed to open a war on the first night to destroy an enemy's air defense before anyone else could fly safely, the call went to Whiteman Air Force Base, and the Ghost flew. October 2024, Yemen. 6 B-2s took off from Australia, struck 5 underground Houthi weapons facilities. A direct warning to Tehran. We can reach your proxies from Australia. We can reach you. You will never see us coming. Iran did not listen. June 22, 2025. Operation Midnight Hammer. 6 B-2 Spirit bombers departed Diego Garcia, each carrying two GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrators. Target: Iran's most protected nuclear facilities. Fordo buried inside a mountain. Natanz, Isfahan. Iran's air defense detected nothing. 12 GBU-57 struck Fordo. 2 struck Natanz. 1 struck Isfahan. In less than 11 minutes. Iran's nuclear program, which had taken 20 years and hundreds of billions of dollars to build, ceased to exist. No losses, no detection, no failures. 19 ghosts. Perfect record. And now, the ghost evolves. The B-21 Raider. Smaller, lighter, cheaper to maintain. Designed to fly with pilots, or without them entirely. A fully autonomous stealth bomber, controlled from thousands of miles away. Carrying hypersonic weapons. Operating where GPS has been jammed. Using 6th-generation stealth materials, still classified. The Air Force plans at least 100 B-21 Raiders. The age of the manned stealth bomber is ending. The age of the autonomous ghost is just beginning. Here is the final hidden fact, the one that will stay with you. The B-2 Spirit was designed in the 1980s to fight the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, but the B-2 kept flying. Kosovo, Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, Syria, Yemen, Iran. Every time the world changed, the B-2 adapted. Every time a new enemy appeared, the B-2 was already there. Invisible, patient, waiting. In over 25 years of combat operations, it has never lost a crew member, never been shot down, never been detected by an enemy on a live strike mission. Its record is perfect. And somewhere right now, in a climate-controlled hangar at Whiteman Air Force Base, Missouri, a crew is being briefed. A target has been chosen, and a ghost is being prepared to fly. You just never know which target, and neither does the enemy. That is the B-2 Spirit. If this video gave you something real that you did not know before, hit subscribe right now. Drop a comment. Should America build more B-21 Raiders, or invest in fully autonomous drones instead? All about USA 360. We explain American power like no one else. Stay informed, stay aware. We will see you in the next one.